King of the road, trailer for sailoring. That trailer for sailoring. Ain't got no cigarettes, but trailer for sailoring.
They say some things never change. And for a while, sometimes if we're lucky, we can make ourselves believe that they don't.
Oh, well, shit. Look what the Yaogwai dragged in this time.
Yeah, good to see ya.
Oh, hey, Mal. It's been a minute. What brings you back down here, slumming with the likes of us?
I'm walking my fucking pet death claw. What does it look like? I'm going home. Man, I ain't had a beer in a minute I ain't had to fight something for. And I know you got cigarettes back there.
Some sight for sore eyes, sure. Long time no see, Mal. Where you headed?
I'm going home, my friend. Back to the nest. I guess he doesn't know yet. What are you two muttering about back there?
You didn't hear. The nest. It got overrun, Mal. It was mutants, I heard. Big pack of them. With some kind of huge, bloodthirsty monster leading them. Everyone who didn't get killed outright took off. Mal, man, I'm sorry.
How long ago?
Few weeks. If you want to sit tight a minute, I'll get some of our guys to take you down to the bog and we...
No thanks. I'd really rather go alone. Of course, I didn't believe a word that he said. So I just had to go home and look for myself. And he was right, of course. They were all gone. Everybody. And I had never seen the place empty. Or even this quiet. Not since we were just a couple of kids, huddled up in an old tunnel, trying to keep out the cold. And I wondered, for a minute, had I died then, and only dreamed this whole life? Well, better to laugh than to cry, I guess. Because if you cry, you don't ever really get to stop. Grief's a bone, we're all born with the same, I guess. Don't do much, but when we break it, we feel it. And when that happens, I think we all kind of go a little crazy, trying to make it make sense. Or finally coming to the conclusion, one way or another, that it don't. But as I walked through that quiet, all by myself, I think it's safe to say I went a little crazy. But I dare you to say that you wouldn't. Coming home like that. Just to find that the people I knew were gone. Smashed out of their lives like a thunderclap from a clear blue sky. But I remember telling him over and over that we didn't need a leader. I said, look how well that worked out for everybody out there. I told him, once you have power over other people, even a little, it starts corrupting you from the inside. But now, I figured if there was corrupting left to be done, it was a little too late to worry about it now. bunch of kids who start there growing up in a hole in some burning wasteland full of strange and mysterious new gods. Is it really any wonder that after a while they make their own somehow? And I didn't know if any of the old magic was left, if there ever was any. If there was, I needed it now. To tell me how to make this right. Even the grotto was just like I remembered it. Light still lit to ward off some moon had finally just come home. Still, it seemed like a good enough place to read a fortune. Sometimes even corpses need saving. What does that even mean? But the longer I sat there, the more I realized that I couldn't tell if maybe that meant my friends, or, well, me. Because, to tell you the truth, I was starting to feel pretty much like a ghost, my own self. Almost like if I turned around too fast, or maybe held my breath long enough, I could somehow make time what it had been before I went away. And as I realized that I never could, it wasn't just grief anymore. It was anger. And I tried so hard to make it go away, like some bad dream I never had. But then I found them, and I'll never know whether the last ones alive were still trying to pay their respects at the end. But as that anger started lighting me up inside, I realized that I did know one thing after all. We did matter. And I was gonna do something about it, if I could. A lot of them turned out not to be so hard to track after all. Catching up with them, though, well, that was a whole other matter. I found out real quick why there was no one left at home. Or at least nobody alive to tell the tale. Take it from me. No matter how bad someone tells you something is, it can always be worse. And even though I hadn't really planned on coming home again, that hellscape I was looking at scared the shit out of me. Until the fear and that rage were all that was left. Some kind of haze come down on me then. But even so, I knew that there was no reason for more than one of us to ever be leaving here alive again. Which is pretty much the way I figured it ought to be. When I woke up, I was pretty sure I was dead. And I had to be sure. That it wasn't fucking over. And the longer and longer this went on, the more I felt insanity kinda clawing at my brain. Making me think there would be nothing else but this.
Need some 45s. Come on.
And I was running out of choices real fast. But then, something happened.
What the hell? Hey!
But he was gone, just like that. The monster was dead, and I was, well, still here. I didn't know who my unknown rescuer had been. But I was tired. Somehow I thought that counted for something. But as I got closer to home, I realized I would never really be able to, well, rest. Till I figured out who it had been and paid what I owed. So it wasn't time to go home just yet. I had miles to walk and some questions I needed answered. I found what I was looking for up by Bogtown. Some guy showed up in just about the nick of time. And I ain't dead because of him. I reckon I ought to find him. Long brown coat. Friend of yours?
You had to be rescued? Brown coat. Sounds like it might have been one of them arson folk. Like responders, mountain rangers, the good folk. So I hear.
Where do I find these mountain rangers?
Well, I don't rightfully know. But from what I hear, they got some sort of base over near Charleston. I'm sure with a little looking, you can suss it out.
And even as I looked, I wondered what kind of people have it in their heart to try to be heroes in a world like this.
I thought we'd see you here sooner or later, friend.
There's only one thing I need to know. Do you rescue people?
And is that something you'd like to do as well?
I think it is.
Come on in then.
Man, have I walked into another world or something?
You don't need to fight by yourself anymore. It's home.
Time will tell. But I guess there is always hope, if you know where to look.
King of the road, trailer for sailoring. Man, trailer for sailoring. Ain't got no cigarettes, but trailer for sailoring. Give, man, me, don't pay no trailer for sailoring. Trailer for sailoring. Ain't got no trailer for sailoring. Give man of me, king of the road.
And you know the rest. I've been with him off and on ever since.
Huh. That sure is quite the tale.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds bullshit.
Well, shit.
Oh, 1 mile in fog patches and showers early Friday, but improving to greater than 6 miles on Friday.